Hi there everyone, this is me, Kimo from SkarKasm, and today is the start of something new. Inspired by the awesome narrative videos made by Eric from Pixelwookie and the current ZONA Modpack challenge, although I'm a pussy and have to lots of difficulties so I can have a chance of this narrative series, this narrative series will contain major spoilers for some parts of the OG Stalker games. Viewer discretion is advised. Our narrative series stars Scar, a formerly brainwashed Mongolisian, was finally broken out of his mind control after the sea conscious was destroyed by Straylock in the first Stalker game, and wishes to escape the zone and back into society and begin his life anew. This is based on the current Zona challenge, which states that starting as a Mongolisian in Pripyat, I must make my way down the corridor, the southernmost point of the game, and thus escape from Pripyat. Haha. Anomaly, and by extension, the ZONA Modpack created by the talented Drago MT, gives us the option to start with our own loadout with a limited set of points to purchase gear. And I chose to go with medium monolith armor, also known as the Serva suit, without the visor and the glass helmet. GP9 gas mask for that snork look, a Saiga 9 because I have had extended usage of the VKS IRL, which this SMG is based off of, a knife for skinning, a basic tools kit to trade them to my faction's mechanic to get a monetary boost at the beginning of the game, the gunsmithing tools to sell, a BTA, headlamp, Geiger counter, lighter, and some meds. I also forgot to change my name, so never mind that. Scar, having finally gained his consciousness and deciding to finally escape the monolith cult, decides it's time to leave. However, he wouldn't be able to do this without doing 3 steps. Step 1. Secure the monolith's trust. To do this, Scar would be wise to not alert the cultists to his escape. He would be instead wise to earn their favor and their trust, meaning he would have to do some missions for them, earning money, respect, reputation, and trust. Step 2. Betting properly geared. The zone is a dangerous place with psychic mutants, crazed cultists, and hardliner military men dotting the landscape. Not to mention the mutated and dangerous fauna. If Scar tries to escape on his own with his current gear, he would be certainly lost to the zone, getting mangled in some strange anomaly, eaten alive, shot, or simply starved to death. Scar would need to earn enough money to secure his escape supplies, including ammo, food, armor, and medical supplies. Step 3. Planning the route. The zone is a big place, with multiple different areas of interest, each relating to other areas. It would be easy to get lost in the zone, quite literally, and a remedy to that would be smart usage of the PDA. Scar would begin at Pripyat, making his way down south to Radar, where he would need to navigate the hazardous mutant-infested area, then trot his way over to the army warehouses, where freedomers are staying and guarding the incoming traffic from Radar. Scar contemplated using the northwestern route coming from the Red Forest. However, that would result in having to deal with the faction controlling the Red Forest, and going through Jupiter and its factions as well. And so, Scar settled on the Raider route, hoping that he wouldn't have to deal with freedomers for longer than their initial unfortunately hostile encounter, as there are no factions allied with the Monolithians, meaning that whatever Scar does, he would always be shot on sight. Proceeding from the army warehouses to Rostock, aka the bar, a place back to the brim with duty and free stalkers, it's also the de facto base of operations of duty, with their leader being based in there. His entrance into Rostock would be guarded by a duty squad, making a stealthy entrance almost impossible. And with how small the place is, he might have to face down the entire faction, possibly on his own. His next stop would be Garbage, almost to the finish line. Scar should be able to relax, having only to deal with the patrol at the northern entrance to Garbage, and possibly the snipers from the dilapidated building there. Then finally, Horden, with only the Rocky village as the final military checkpoint before his departure. Day 1. The first steps. To start gaining the monolith's trust, Scar agrees to a quest from Krolik to go looking for tools stolen and used to dismantle the brain's crusher in Radar, and to bring it back to Cleric. The quest proves to be a simple fetch quest, but is a valuable refresher to Scar's reawakened psyche, as he gets to see his cultist colleague aftermath of dealing with one of the zone's most dangerous mutants, a controller, thrown to the side of the road like some piece of worthless torn linen. Betraying these well-organized cultists would be suicide, Scar thought. It would be best to simply blend in and try to earn more of their trust.
Oui, ta minute. Are you not suicide? Like the video. Subscribe. Do it. Now.
Scar succeeds in his mission, bringing back the brain scorcher tools, then receives another mission to go and meet with Oliver at the outskirts of Pripyat. Receiving new instructions, the still inexperienced Stalker accepts the assignment and travels to the outskirts. However, on the way there, he encounters his first mutant, a pseudo dog, which proved to be quite easy to dispose of and loot for valuable parts. And then he encountered a couple of blind dogs and they were put down like the rabid blind dogs they were. As Carl walked into the outskirts, he heard the distant footsteps of other people. Who were they? Looking closer, Scar realized they were the cultists, a faction definitely not friendly to the monolith folk, and decided he would much rather dispose of them himself and loot their bodies for any valuables. Walking deeper into the outskirts, Scar encountered a volcano anomaly and prompted to avoid it, checking his speed A to make sure he's hitting inside the direction. However, what he didn't know was what he was about to encounter near his objective. Walking into the dark corners of the Oblani Service Center, Scar felt his brain getting scrambled, like someone's pulling on his nerves. Feeling the worst, Scar pops a couple of side block pills in case of something attempting to control him. Scar's fears are realized as he steps out of the building, only to be met by the gaze of a wandering controller, attempting to compel him into suicide. Remembering that controllers require sight to control enemies, Scar rushed to the building in front of him, disrupting the controller's control, then leaning around the corner to take it down. The Stalker gathers his trophies from the controller, collecting its brain, a bottle of vodka, a medkit, and a weed blunt. But on his way back from the controller's corpse, Scar spots two strange stalkers in the distance. One wearing a red science uniform and the other a merit uniform. Upon closer inspection, it is revealed that the stalkers are zombified, wandering aimlessly through the zone, hostile to anyone but the Monolithians, meaning that these mindless monsters were possibly Scar's only outsider allies. A grim reality. Walking through the Uplani Service Center, Scar discovers it to be full of other zombified stalkers, possibly guarding the Monolithian detachment stationed inside the building. Scar finds Oliver, who ended up giving him a shitty quest that Scar honestly didn't bother to do. However, Scar still attempted to do it, but on his way back to Pripyat after nightfall and the depletion of his supplies, he was suddenly attacked by a strange dwarf-like creature, which was quickly disposed of, had its brain harvested, and left to rot by the tracks. Scar finally made it back to Pripyat, trading in his trophies and extra loot from his travels, and then hitting the couch for some well-earned rest and sleep. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. This is a new type of video that I'm making. I'm also unfortunately forced to rush some of it as I'm going away for work for the next months. But I will have weekends to continue some of its development. Have a nice day and bye!